All right, KSU esport fans, we should be good to go here. Now, KSU esports, we're not in the traditional place, are we? We are here on the Inferno YouTube channel. We have Marvel Rivals over on the main screen, on the main stream over at twitch.tv/K-State Esports. You know what it is. You know where it is. But we wanted the chance to show off both of these teams, as both of them have made a great achievement of making national playoffs. Absolute feat for any team, especially one like our K-State Smash roster, where this is actually their first year ever being a team. That's right, with no coaching, no practice, no history to build off of. These guys have made nationals in their first year. They won playoffs for last semester, which got them an automatic bid into this tournament. Now, I'm going to do my best to explain this and how this is going to work. So, if you've never watched esports, if you've never watched collegiate Smash before, the format is a little bit different. It is crew battles. So what are crew battles? It is your crew of 4 people versus their crew of 4 people. We have a roster of 4 here at KSU. They have a roster of 4 over there at MVNU. So what they're going to do is they are going to battle it out. Every stock that's taken stays off the field. So they have 12 stocks total, 3 per person. And once that stock is gone, just like that there, that stock is never coming back. They're going to play a best of 3 in this format, and whatever team comes out on top is going to move on in these national playoffs. So I've done enough yapping. I feel like I've given y'all the most information I can. Let's go ahead and get into this game so we can lock in. So to start off with, I believe this is going to be Cat versus whoever this is from MVNU. We unfortunately don't have the roster name, but looks like we're going to see a pretty even match so far here on Battlefield. Obviously, the Dark Pit and the K-Rool matchup, pretty even in my book. Pit obviously can do a lot of combos against this Croc, but there it is, the early kill coming out for him here. This is where it starts to matter. Here's the thing about the crew battles format. Every stock counts, every life matters. So it doesn't matter what percent he gets to on this life. As long as he can take this stock away and hold on to his own, that is a massive lead for KSU. If he can manage to take this Croc's stock right here, this would be a huge lead for K-State in the first game. And it is looking likely. He is dicing. He has the bread and butter combos down. And look, he gets the read on the neutral get up. He's going to keep him off stage. He's going to keep pushing that percent. But he's going to get a little greedy. Now trying to reclaim stage control. Trying to find something. But there it is. That super armor from King K-Rool makes this matchup pretty hard to deal with. But the spacing here has just been immaculate from Cat. He is staying out of the range. He is staying away from all the kill threats. He's staying away from that cannonball. This is anyone's stock right here. But if he can walk away with this in his bag, that would be immaculate. He's going to dodge the up smash. He's going to get the forward throw. The stage position is beautiful, but can he convert? No. No, he is going to lose his stock. Now, obviously this one matters right here, but as long as he can take it without losing his, this is going to give K-State their first real lead of the event. And there it is. That forward throw is going to do it. That is the first 3 stocks towards the side of KSU. So KSU lost 3 lives. KSU lost 2 stocks off of Cat. MVNU lost 3 stocks and eliminated their first player. So I'm going to try and give you guys this information the most digestible way possible. It's on the left side here. I know it's not perfect, but I feel like this is the best way I can kind of show it to all of you. Basically, that's how many stocks they have left. KSU has 10 stocks left. MVNU has 9 stocks. When that number hits 0, they lose the game. So, Cat now playing on borrowed time. He has taken away an extra life. And if he can find something here, he can start to push that lead. And that is what I think is genuinely so interesting about this format is as long as you can keep winning and keep taking more stocks, you can have a lot of fun. You can do a lot of good for your team here. Fighting games are traditionally not very, esports focused, very team focused events, but here in NECC, the way they do it, I think is genuinely fantastic. Yes, I'm a little biased, obviously, but I think it is absolutely phenomenal. So, just trying to catch you all up to speed. If we want to take a second, talk about this roster. Now, I don't want to mince this, so I want to make sure I got this right. So I'm going to go ahead and double check on NECC. But I believe it is Friendcat, Scotty Macon, Super Joe Cab, and Bannon. And I want to make sure, like I said, I want to make sure I'm doing these guys justice, because this is the first ever time of having a K-State esports Smash team, and they're already in nationals. They've already won a divisional title, which is more than, I can say in my 2 years of playing esports here. It's absolutely insane. So we're going to go ahead and see if I can double check this for you guys. So now between games, they're talking about, what characters I want to play, what stages they're banning, what stages they're okay going to. They want to keep this lead. They want to take this first stock. Friendcat has to stay in. It's not like they can sub him out and save his stock for later. No, he has one stock left. It's going to go right when the barrier drops, and we're going to see what gets going on. One moment, as I want to make sure we're doing this right. Yep, the match is in progress. Yep, Scotty Macon, Bannon, Super Joe Gab, and your friend Cat. I just want to make sure I got these guys' names right. The other thing I wanted to check. Yeah, it looks like these guys already get into it. So I guess we'll come back to this in a little bit. But the thing I wanted to double check is I'm pretty sure all these players are PR'd or close to. Here in Manhattan, Kansas, as there are some phenomenal players. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and see. Scotty get rid of his first 2 lives. So every stock matters now. He has 1 life left. And he's gonna have to make it count. Now, if he can find even 1 stock here and keep this lead alive, that's his job, right? He wants to find this early percent, and he wants to start trying to get some cheesy kills. He wants to get that forward throw. He wants to get that forward smash. He wants to start pushing his team in the right direction, and stuff like that is brilliant. He is threatening so much space right now, and look, the percentage is just racking up. Villager is not a heavy character. 60% is going in the right direction, even more, 80% now, and the up smash is going to come through. This is absolutely brilliant out of Cat right here. He's going to take a little bit for his troubles. But a 70% lead, nothing to scoff at, as long as he can convert. That is the name of the game. Gonna get caught in a bit of a juggle scenario here. A bit of frame traps as well. That side B into grab is so dangerous. But all he's trying to do is take this first stock. And the up smash isn't quite it. But he's still fishing for more. That parry is so good, but he just can't find the follow-up. Another parry out of him with the back air. More percent just racking up. All he has to do is find 1 straight hit, 1 landing aerial, 1 throw, 1 up smash. Friendcat is going to keep this lead alive for K-State. He is playing on house money now. Anything he can find at this point would just be extra on top, and that's going to be a nice little combo to start it off. 60%, and he is in commanding position of this game. If you're Villager, you have to be aware, and those side Bs are going to keep him safe on his way back to stage. 75% now on this Villager. 80%, and he's back off stage. What can you find, Cat? Can you get another stock for KSU? No. The up smash is going to call him out. He's not quite able to get it done. But nonetheless, that's going to be 1 stock off of each team, as KSU is going to go ahead and switch players. We're going to say goodbye to Cat. But we're not going to say goodbye to that lead. We are up 1 stock here in round 1, game 1, as Friendcat drops out. So, Friendcat, yes, he got knocked out 3 times, but he was able to take 4 stocks. So basically, he was a net positive on this team. For those of you who know, I know I'm spending a lot of time explaining, and as we get into it, you know, I'll get to focus a little bit more on the color, a little bit more on what we're doing here. But I just want to make sure everyone's on the same page so that we can fully understand the scope of what we're trying to accomplish. So we're gonna have to see who gets subbed in here. We're gonna have to see who gets subbed in here. I'm not 100% sure. They didn't give me the order going in. I don't even know if they have the order themselves. But we're going to have to see. So if you guys have any questions about this roster or any questions about the format, please let me know in the comments. You know, drop something. I want to hear from you guys. But I'm happy that we're able to host this for KSU Smash. These guys have been working hard this year. And while it's unfortunate that we can't, you know, see it as much on the main channel, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Choose your fighter. While we're getting into this here, might be ready to go. Not quite sure. While we're getting into this here, let's go ahead and pop on over to Marvel Rivals. Looks like we're still at 0-0. Looks like we're still on map 1. So Marvel Rivals, like I said, also in Nationals. For them, they are Division 2. They are one of the best of the best, and they made National Playoffs. So far, it looks like this side has not been going the best for them, but definitely nothing to scoff at. We're gonna try and keep tabs on them intermittently as we get through this. You know, just make sure we can keep everyone informed in case you're trying to switch between streams, switch between information. In case you're a big fan, you counterpick players as you go. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. So as they go, basically they're allowed to counterpick players. That's actually really cool. So for example, you know, if I was playing, I play sword characters. Sword characters are really good against you know, certain types of characters, certain archetypes of characters, certain like combo-based characters or in-your-face characters. So if I see, for example, we're playing against a villager here, we're going to send in someone who plays well against villager, or at least that's the idea. So having a lead is even more important than it already would be, because we have that lead. We take one stock, we get one out of the way. Now we get the counter pick, and we get Scotty making the Falco in to hit some combos against this villager. Villager does not have great escape tools. Villager does not have the best out of shield options in the game. Falco is allowed to mash on this villager. He is allowed to mash on this character. And he's allowed to mash their way to hopefully keeping this lead alive for KSU. We're going to go ahead and get this game started. 2 stocks for the side of MVNU, 3 stocks for the side of Scotty. And look, he has that reflector. All he's trying to do is respect space until Villager gets in the zone. As soon as Villager gets in the zone, that is his permission to go, and there it is. The up tilt strings are starting, and look, that is already so much percent getting racked up for KSU. More strings coming. The damage is just racking up. Villager, a character that can die really early to a lot of these combos. And while the finisher is not going to come in, Scotty is in a tough spot here, but he's going to be able to dodge the edge guard. That is brilliant. There we go. Up tilt, forward air, up throw. No, he can't quite finish it. But the up smash will. Scotty finds his way back, fights his way back into that life, and is able to find the combo to take the stock away from MVNU. Now, anything he can find here on this life is absolutely brilliant. He still has all 3 left. If he could somehow walk out of this one without having lost anything, K-State would be in a commanding position. And look, the percentage just racking up. You can tell this villager doesn't know what to do about the pressure. Look, he is getting zoned off of even his own tools. And look, that's a bad on-shield option. Scotty's going to get so much percent. Scotty is oh so oppressive in this mashup. He tried to read that, not quite able to do it. And strings are coming through. Not quite the kills, but there it is. No! Villager gonna hold on. Scotty wants to take the stock here. He doesn't want to lose anything. He wants his team to have as good of a chance as possible, but the up smash out of shield isn't gonna find. The forward tilt not gonna find. No, there are so many moves going awry. Nothing is hitting for either side right now. Scotty, you have to bring this back. You have to find your calm. You have to find your kill, and that's not it. The villager up tilt going to bring Scotty down a peg. That is going to be the first stock off of him, but he is going to read that jump, and immediately Scotty Macon is going to make it happen. That is absolutely brilliant out of him. He's going to lose 1 stock, bringing K-State down to 8 total, but he is going to eliminate this villager from the match. K-State leads 8-6 here in game 1. Remember, higher number better. The second you get to 0, your game is over. So, an 8-6 lead here. That is absolutely amazing. We're already halfway through MVNU's team. If we can keep this rolling, KSU is looking great in this one. That is absolutely amazing. So Scotty, obviously a phenomenal player. Really, really strong Falco. Probably one of the best in the state for sure. I know there's Sushi out of... I think Sushi's actually on the Missouri side. But, I mean, just a phenomenal player. I would... Now, I'm not here to pick favorites. But he might be my favorite out of the 4. I'm just going to be honest. He knows his combos. He knows his matchups. I think he's great. I play him in friendlies, and I don't think I've ever taken a game off of him, ever. Where the rest of these guys, I think maybe I've taken a game. I mean, hit or miss, I'm not sure. But, no, this guy's lethal. And so by putting him here in this matchup to kind of extend this lead, who knows? We might not even get to see some of these other KSU players, right? They have their idea. They have their plan. They want to send in Scotty now. They want to take some stocks off the board. They want to even it out a bit. And they want to extend this lead. 2 stocks left for him. Absolutely massive. 2 stocks left. Even if he can go even if he can trade down 1-for-1 stocks on this next MVNU player, that works for me. If we can go down to 6-4 and then keep it going and just keep trading down, that's all we need. You're even allowed to have a hiccup or 2 in there, because this lead that we have gathered is just so massive. Once again, looks like we're ready to go. Ooh, we are going to see the Palutena player out of MVNU. Palu, not a character that you see as much anymore in competitive Smash, but definitely a character you see online more as easy buttons, easy aerials, very, very good in an online game. Obviously a little more lag, obviously a little less precise movement, and we're going to see them get into this. Like, once again, you see Scotty just trying to respect this space because he doesn't want to be the first piece of combo food. Although it's not looking great. This Palutena's movement has been clean so far, but he is going to be able to find a way to get back into it. And look at that. He's just able to even out the percent with the mix of the reflector and the lasers. He doesn't even put himself at risk. He's able to just play this mid-range so well. Keep in mind, all Scotty has to do here, all he has to do is get his and not worry about anything else. If he can take 2 stocks before going down, that is brilliant. And there's the first one, up tilt, back air. There you go. KSU is going to take another stock off the board, and it looked like light work. I don't know if it was bad DI. I don't know if it was a mix-up, but Scotty got that one without fail. Now, Palutena is very much a, I would call a flowchart character, right? She's going to run at you. She has her good button. She has her good aerial. She has her good tilts. And if you're in the direction of that tilt or that aerial, that's what she's going to hit you with. So you just have to be aware that forward tilt is going to catch him out for his first stock, which is so bad, but the up smash going to call out the roll. Scotty now playing with house money. He has taken 2 stocks off this Palutena, and he has evened this game out 1-1. Let me be clear. If he can win this stock, he will have been an absolute machine for KSU, and he will get to see the last player before it comes out, and it's looking like we're going to get to see it. The combos are just going to start racking up this percent. He's able to punish a shield grab. The combo extender up to 85% now. Scotty Macon. He wants this one bad. The up tilt back air not going to finish. But the down air on the up B recovery will. Scotty Macon takes 3 lives. I can't make this up. He takes 3 stocks while only losing 1 of his own. KSU has 4 lives left. Or sorry, KSU has 7 lives left. Wait, I need to make sure I'm doing this properly for you all. I was in disbelief. KSU has 7 lives left. 2 full people plus the 1 stock of Scotty versus the last player on MVNU. I think I updated that properly for you all. So there is 1 player standing between MVNU and this first game here for K-State. Blink and you miss it. This has been an absolute run-through for this KSU roster. I mean, we genuinely might not even get to see the rest of these players in this first game, right? I know Super Jokab waiting patiently in the back. I know there is Bannon waiting patiently in the back. I really don't know who they're going to go to here. I think Jokab's characters have kind of a rough matchup into Palu. Or I'm misspeaking again. We got rid of the Palu. I have no idea who this last character is going to be. Scotty is going to have 1 stock to see what he can do here. See what he can do against this last player of MVNU. And then K-State can just counterpick their character, counterpick their player based on whoever has the best matchup. That is absolutely beautiful. And it looks like game 1 might be starting to wrap up here. So that is absolutely insane. Now, as we look over to KSU Marvel Rivals real quick, we're going to go ahead and check in with them, see how they are doing. Looks like so far, not so good. This NCSU Red has been able to get the best of them so far. It looks like they're up 2-0. Now, I believe in this KSU roster, obviously, to make something happen here. I mean, the roster's been through a lot of iterations. That's no secret. The roster has been through a lot of tests and turmoil, but they're coming off of a really big LAN performance. I'm sure you all saw because you all follow us at Twitter and Instagram at KState Esports. But, hey, they're coming off of the biggest collegiate Marvel Rivals tournament ever. Let me repeat, ever. $30,000 on the line. They got 7th. They are the 7th best team in the entire nation at Marvel Rivals. If there's anyone I have confidence in, it's these guys to lock it in, get their vibes in check, and get going. And if there's anyone I trust to finish off this last player from MVNU, it's going to be Scotty Macon. He has been absolutely lights out here on this Falco. Remember, he has to get rid of his first 2 lives. Because he is on his last stock, but anything he can find here is just, it's just frosting on the cake, right? And it's looking like it's going to be a lot of frosting. 65% racked up before he even takes a hint of damage. No, he's going to keep it going. 90% now. He almost has the read, but he's still in this. He is just swinging the up smash. That is a 0 to death from Scotty Macon. I cannot make this up, K-State. That is a 0 to death. Scotty Macon heard that national playoffs are on the line, and he showed up. He's still going. He is going to be hit with his first lick of percent here, but he's going to be able to trade this right back out. Going to mix up the grab just a little bit, but he's still in this one. He's still fighting. And every stock, every percent, every little bit of damage he can do just pushes his team closer to the end. Believe it or not, this is still a team event. I mean, we've been seeing Scotty for the past half hour, but this is still a team event. This is still K-State, and he still has teammates in the back rooting for him, waiting to hop in when needed. But so far, it's not even looking like it. Scotty's just going nuclear. He's going insane. The down air, not quite finishing it. The side B, almost getting there. But he is looking for blood in the water. Do you see this KSU? He is searching. He is hunting. And he is 1 stray hit away from claiming another life. The side B is not going to find the follow-up. Oh no, there's so much going on. He's going to be able to stay alive, but the side B spike is going to take it out. Scotty Macon claims another stock in his conquest for this first match. He is 1 stock away from winning this entire game for his team. I repeat, he had 1 stock left and is about to destroy an entire player, an entire college, an entire team from game 1. And the combos are there. He's not going anywhere. The down air, the neutral air, the up tilt. He's still going. He's going to be able to read the air dodge. He's up to 100%. Scotty Macon, can you do it on the way back air? Scotty Macon is going to win the entirety of game 1 for KSU Esports. I can't make this up. I'm sorry. I think he took 8 stocks. He only died twice. Scotty Macon is going to win. I repeat, he's going to win the first game of this best of 3 for KSU. I cannot make this up here. I want to make sure that all this is done properly. Scotty Macon had 1 stock left of that game. It didn't even matter. He was able to run through the last 2 players and win game 1 for KSU. We're going to reset the stocks. We're going to fix the game score. I think these guys might take a little bit of a break. I'm not 100% sure. But Scotty Macon, can we talk about this guy for just a moment? That is absolutely insane. I just realized you guys couldn't hear me as my microphone was improper, but that's alright. We'll just stick on this for now. Now, it's obvious that Falco is a fantastic character and Sky's a fantastic player, but the extra element of online makes it oh so difficult. I can't even explain it to you. There's extra input delay when you go for moves. It's harder to read combos. It's harder to read air dodges, and things like that. It is near impossible to play these combo heavy characters online. But you wouldn't know it if you were watching this guy. That is absolutely insane out of him. And look, I'm not even trying to get stuck on this. I'm not, it's still a team event. But, I mean, what can I say except for that? He is playing absolutely lights out right now. And leaving this MVNU squad with nothing left. So this is Mount Vernon Nazarene. I just wanted to double check. I believe this is correct. Yeah, Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars. This is not their top varsity squad that we're going against. This is one of their lower divisions. But for the first year at KSU Esports to be able to make something like this happen is insane. Hey, this is still a best of 3. Anything could happen. But does it look like anything will happen when KSU is playing this absolutely lights out? That is insane. I have to like recenter my voice. I was kind of losing it watching that game. Just this is special to me, obviously. As well as not only social media guy for KSU, not only Smash player at KSU. I'd call myself friends or at least pretty good acquaintances with a lot of these guys. Me and Jocab, that guy's amazing. The rest of these other guys I got to meet at the start of the year and through all the media and stuff for K-State Smash. I mean, it's been amazing meeting these guys and just seeing what they can do for our program and for themselves. And now they're going to go to Nationals. They're going to walk into a round 1 and they're going to start playing like this. I mean, that is just absolutely insane. But we are going to get into game 2 and we're going to be back with Friendcat versus King K. Rool, the same match we saw at the start of game 1, and man, does Friendcat look primed for it this time. It looks like he's been adapting. Looks like he's been getting a little ready. We're going to see some pretty early percent out of him. Good read by him. That's going to be another 30% to his name. The up smash is going to scoop. It's going to catch. He's fishing for it. I like how aggressive he's playing this. And look, he's just avoiding all of the threats by King K. Rool. He's using those multiple jumps just brilliantly. Look, this is insane. He's trying to bait a get-up attack because he knows that all of his moves are oh so lightning quick. Just like that forward smash, which is going to get him the first stock of game 2 here. They are now only 11 lives away from walking out of round 1, the ultimate victors. And he's already going to even out the percents. Cat saw what Macon can do, and he wanted a piece for himself. He wants to make a run. He wants to make a name for himself. He wants to make this happen. And using the crown against the K roll, the edge guard is brilliant. Friend Cat gonna take stock number 2 before falling even once. He's using his own tools against him. I mean, all the reflectors, all the crown grabs, all the spacing is just beautiful out of this Dark Pit player. Nice little drag down combo. He's going to pop the Nair. And there's even more. He's going to be able to keep him at this ledge here. He's going to threaten some offstage options. But look, everything he does is near unpunishable in this matchup. He just has the better spacing. He has the better frame data. He's allowed to just kind of mash onto this King K roll, who's left without much option. That's going to be a tough SD. That is one of those online moments we were talking about, where because there's so much input delay, sometimes you'll input a move and it's just not what you need, and it'll end up working against you. Friend Cat is going to lose stock 1, but if he can stay resolved, that might be all he loses, as he's looking primed in this matchup. Oh, a risky side B is going to get punished by the King K rule. The percent no longer really in his favor. This is a lot of offstage commotion going on here, but the down air, back air, the neutral B upwards, and he read the roll. He just didn't trust himself to send a kill move on it. Does he get it this time? He wants to read this roll. The forward throw, not quite going to do it, but it's going to put him in prime position for these arrows to get some work in, and that is a bad recovery punished by Friend Cat, as Friend Cat is going to get 3 stocks to only 1 of his own. K-State has 11 stocks left. MVNU have 9, as the first player for them is going to get knocked out. Just to reiterate, the amount of stocks left, when that hits 0, you lose. You lose the game. That's what we saw in game 1. And that's a strong start for Friend Cat. That's got to feel good. I mean, in game 1, he started the lead for KSU. He started that snowball. I believe he got 4 stocks to his 3 taken. But we just saw 3-1. And, you know, 4-3 is great for any self-respecting player. But man, is 3-1 even better. He has an opportunity to go back out there, be able to extend this lead for his team, be able to push and keep KSU rolling, keep the Wildcats going. He's going to have to take a minute. He's going to have to pick the perfect stage here, as he needs to keep this going. I mean, he's at a spot where even if he bombs out somehow and loses both lives, he isn't able to find any kills or any eliminations. You know, he's still 3-3. He's still doing his part. But that's not how he's looking right now. He is playing absolutely beautifully. We are seeing much better spacing. We are seeing much better range. We're seeing much better understanding of frame data. And it looks like they're going to counterpick him with this Palutena because of it. If he can take even a stock or 2 here, he is going to be a happy, happy camper. And so will I here in game 2. Gonna get rid of that first stock, go ahead, get into it, and we're here on Final Destination. This is actually a really interesting one. I don't know who this is better for. Palutena loses her ladder combos, but gains a lot more horizontal space with her neutral B and side B. And Pitt obviously also loses some of his vertical combos, but he can control so much space with his aerials, and nice little drag down combos like that. Nice spacing here from Friend Cat. Look, he's staying aggressive, but he's not just mashing. He's able to kind of understand the pace of the game, and he's able to punish with all these lightning quick moves. You can tell how well he's adapting to this Pit. I mean, sometimes you meet a player and the character just seems to fit them so beautifully. This is one of those instances. I can't imagine this guy playing anyone else. He just has such an understanding. Percent about even. But once again, he is just looking for a pick or 2 to keep his lead. The neutral B not quite going to be able to do it, but the amount of pressure he is putting on is absolutely insane. And there's the dash attack. It's gonna take stock 1. Friendcat now has 4 stocks to his 1 gone. Anything he can find now is just, once again, frosting on the cake. A little bit of extra change in his pocket, playing without his money, whatever you want to call it. But he is going to drop to his last stock. If he can find something here, this would be one heck of a start for the rookie. So far, we're leading in percent, but we're just not seeing that same aggressiveness out of him, as Palutena is kind of switching up her tempo. She's throwing out a lot more of these aggressive moves. She's making a lot more aggressive calls, but he's going to be able to stay in it. Look at that read! He wasn't able to find the follow-up, but he knew exactly what Palutena wanted here. But the up air is going to take him down. Friendcat is going to get eliminated from game 2 here. Gonna leave K-State with 9 stocks left, but he's gonna take another of his own, and just like game 1, that's gonna be an early lead for KSU. We have 9 stocks left. They only have 8. This Palutena player, who I think genuinely is playing phenomenal. I would say this Palutena is playing very, very well. Now only left on 2 stocks before seeing anyone else. Yeah, before seeing anyone else's, Palutena is already, obviously not down and out, but he's already a little low on stocks. And this is one I'm excited to see. When I see the Pac-Man come out, there's only one player on this team who's going to be repping that Pac-Man, and that is Super Joe Cab. No, not to Glaze, and I know he's going to watch this, but Super Joe Cab, he's the captain. He's the leader. He's the person who started this entire team. We started working with him over the summer, end of last semester, early this semester, about why can't we get a K-State esports team going instead of just our local scene. He's the one who kind of started this whole passion project. We didn't get to see him in game 1 because his team was able to take over here. So they want to get him active in game 2. They want to get him a little bit of play time, a couple of reps. We're going to get to see it on the Pac-Man Palutena matchup. No, I'm personally not super familiar with the matchup. Obviously, I think Pac-Man Palu is not one you see super common, especially anymore. But I have to imagine Palutena actually wins it as long as Palu has experience against the Pac-Man player. I feel like moves like forward tilt, neutral air, forward air, up air are just so good at zoning out Pac-Man from his effective range that I think Palu does lead this matchup quite a bit. That can be hard for Jocab, but all he needs is a stock or 2 to keep things going his way. If he can eliminate this Palutena here while keeping a life of his own, that's going to keep the lead for K-State. It's going to keep him rolling, and it's going to build this team's confidence for the rest of game 2. We're going to go ahead and get into it, and I'm excited to see what Joe Gab can do here in Nationals for NECC Division 5. Alright, gonna go ahead and get into it. You can see here, this Pac-Man wants to scrap. Pac-Man is a little bit of a zoner, but just a little bit. He has some of the tools for the long-range engagements, but that close-range damage is just too good to miss out on. And look, 70% already. The forward airs, the down Bs, and he has that key in hand. He's just trying to find a tech chase opportunity to be able to throw this out in the accidental B reverse. That's an online classic. But look at that. This is something I didn't think about in this matchup. Super Jocab could basically shark this entire matchup with just down B. He can't really get hit by up smash. He can't really get hit by these up airs. As long as he can play around his hydrant, he can play well. And look, the hydrant's actually going to save him from that last little bit of damage there. Jocab is now looking for these kill moves. He had such a strong start. He just has to be able to finish it out, as that's all that really matters. He's winning the frame data war. He's winning the damage war. But now he just has to win the stock war. The bell. It's going to connect, but it's not going to be enough to end it. Man, he's pulling out the tech here. He wants to find something special for Nationals. And there it is. Maybe not tech, but still the first stock towards Jocab. and it's going to get traded out immediately. Now, if he can find this here without going down, that's going to be beautiful out of him. It's going to keep K-State firmly in the lead. And look, he's reading the text perfectly. Forward air. Not quite going to be able to hit the hydrant, but he's going to stay in the lead. He sees the up B go awry. He has the key in his hand, and he's setting up perfectly for this. He wants the forward air. He wants the key. He has not taken damage yet this stock since getting taken out. And he's going to keep it that way. Look, he's just playing so beautifully around this vertical space between the hydrant and the landing aerials. He's going to be able to keep his space and keep the Palutena guessing. Yeah, that hydrant is just such a powerful tool for him. He's able to control so much space, so much pressure where Palu can never really feel safe. And look at the bell of the hydrant. He's going to miss the follow-up, but the damage is there. Oh, he tried to hit the reverse side B, but it's just not going to come through, so the normal one is going to hit. It's going to connect. It's not quite going to kill. Super Jocab is trying to set up for something. The neutral Z drop bell and the forward smash. Super Jocab going to lose one stock, and one stock only. Going to leave K-State with 8 left, but he's going to finish off this Palutena. There are only 2 players now. I repeat, 2 players standing between KSU and their first national playoff win. Series win, not just game win, but series win for this KSU team. They are 2 players away from being able to advance on to the next round, to be able to continue to fight for their glory, to be able to continue for fight for some of that cash prize, and be able to continue their dominance here. I mean, I kid you not, the first semester was a little rough. You know, there were some growing pains, adapting. I think we were trying to play in 2 different leagues at the same time, but once these guys got into second semester, they're able to focus in on NEC. They're able to focus in on this league and on their matchups. They've gone basically undefeated. I mean, they had a great regular season. They went into the playoffs. They won the playoffs, which is what qualified them for this tournament. And, I mean, you could tell they are just rolling here. And I think I could say I have just gotten word that after this game, we're going to be able to get a little interview with one of these players, maybe all of them. We're going to be able to get a little interview for you guys. Maybe get a little bit into their mental, a little bit into their headscape. See how they're doing. See what they're thinking. So it has been a long day for me, but I was trying to keep tabs on Marvel Rivals for you guys. And here's the unfortunate truth. Looks like KSU is going to lose their first round of national playoffs. They had a close last map. It was 2-3. They tried their best. Colby with just some insane stats, by the way. They tried their best, but it was a 3-0, not in their favor. We're going to have to check in with them a little later. We're going to have to check in and see what the rest of their schedule, what the rest of their season looks like. But we're here with Super Jocab versus Hero now. Jocab, 2 lives left. There's a chance that he could pull a Scotty, and he can make something beautiful happen here against this Hero. If he can take 2 stocks, he's sitting pretty. If he can take all 3, I mean, that is just perfect. But man, that early 50% is going to make it hard. Playing against Hero is so tough, especially online, where you can't react to a lot of his really good tools. It's tough. But what's even tougher are these Pac-Man combos. Hello, Super Jocab, 75%. The pressure is there. Forward air, the read, the forward smash. Super Jocab is here to play. He took 50% one time. He wanted to return the favor. He wanted to hit his clip. He wanted to hit his highlight. He's tired of Scotty having all the fun. He's tired of Cat having all the fun. He wants to show him that the captain could still get it done. That's going to be a beautiful first stock to him. And now anything else he finds here is just fuel to this KSU fire. And it doesn't look like he's slowing down. This is not someone playing like he's scared. It's not playing like someone who wants to just be able to hold on to his lives. He's playing like someone who wants to win in this 2 to 3 stock game. And look, he reads the roll again. He's not able to find the conversion off of it, but that shield pressure is looking juicy, and he's reading every roll right. Look at this, the up airs. There's more. He's up by 100%. The hydrant, too, is going to be able to hit, and that's going to be another stock. Super Joe Cab. How do you do that? At 100%. He hasn't been taken down yet. He's going to find 2 stocks. And there it is. He's going to go for the Galaxian combo. Not quite going to pan out. But now, he is playing on borrowed time. 100%. It is up to him to keep this train rolling. Let's see if he can keep Hero out of this game. He's just fishing. He has this bell. He wants to finish this game early. He wants to find a nice stun combo. And that reflector is going to be pretty tough for him now. But he takes that as a sign that he just has to go in and look. He's reading all the rolls correctly. He wasn't quite able to get the punish. But he's going to get that grab. He's going to get that back throw. And now that that reflector is down, no, going to be a tough trade for him. He is going to get the forward air, but he's not going to be able to get away with his life. 70% now. It's all about being able to close out the stock. It doesn't matter what percent you get to. It doesn't matter what percent he gets to. You can't lose your life, Joe Cab. You have to be able to hold on. You have to be able to finish this out and keep one left in the tank. What is your curtain call? What is your final move here? He's just trying to keep pressuring with those aerials. He's trying to keep his hold on the stage. Bounce, once again, really tough for him in this matchup, but all it means is that he has to keep playing close. He has to keep throwing out those aerials. He has to keep, honestly, trying to find those kill moves with those forward smashes, those up smashes. And that's something he is happy to do. Look, he's just so willing to spam on shield. Here's another character that struggles to get out of those tight situations. Joe Cab is using that to its full potential. And look, he's trying to Z-drop the bell onto the hydrant to find some nice damage, find a nice stun somewhere. He's trying to find a read too. Man, he just wants to end this game with some style. Hydrant's not gonna connect. But the forward smash read is getting there. Joe Cab is just playing with his food at this point, it seems like. I feel like he could have ended this game by now. But he just wants to find something a little more entertaining than that. The bounce is going to come back through for Hero. He just refuses to go down to the projectiles, but he's going to get stuck in menu. Going to be a good grab. It's going to be a good back throw. Now it's all about the follow-up. Joe Cab. We're entering dangerous territory here. Joe Cab is at 100%. He was playing with his food, but the food is fighting back. And there it is, the grab, the back throw. Super. Joe Cab loses 1 stock. That's right, 1 stock, while taking out an entire player from MVNU. I cannot make this up. Everyone is showing up for KSU. Everything is going right. The combos, the damage, the kills, the conversions. And KSU is going to keep it rolling. Super Joe Cab had 2 stocks left going into that one after a really good first run, a really good initial round. And we didn't think we were going to be able to see much out of him. We thought they were trying to give him some play time, you know, just in case the rest of his team swept, you know, trying to get him in, trying to give him a good experience. No, he's moving like a raid boss. He's going to take all 3 stocks, only losing 1 on his own. And now the last player of MVNU would have to make a miracle happen. MVNU is down a game. They're down 4 stocks over an entire player. It is down to this final contender to be able to keep his college alive, to stop the onslaught from this KSU Super Smash Bros. Team. This has been absolutely beautiful to watch as a Wildcat, as a K-State fan. If I was an MVNU fan, I don't know if I could say the same. This would be, you know, maybe a tough pill to swallow, maybe a tough road. But we're going to have to see as we get into this last game here just what pans out. Looks like we're trying to make sure the stage is correct, trying to make sure they have their correct character. final destination is going to be the end, perhaps? Small battlefield. I like this one a lot more. It's definitely more interesting for us as spectators. Definitely more interesting for them as players. We're going to have to see.
We're all shaking our head yes, but we all just know it doesn't make sense. So basically I went to Google search to
That is a Twitch ad from the K-State Esports page that I had up for tabs on Marvel Rivals. Love it. Love it. Anyways, we are going to get into this potentially final game here. Super Jokab only going to have his 1 life left against this Villager Anchor for MVNU. If Jokab could find anything here, quite frankly, it would be amazing. I mean, there's no other world. There's no other way to put it. If Jokab could find a singular stock here, he's going above and beyond. He's already done so much. But look, he is locked in. He's happy with this brawler matchup. Villager and Pac-Man are honestly surprisingly similar characters. They have pretty good, you know, hand-to-hand tools, despite being a more classic zoner archetype. But I think Pac-Man does it just a little bit better, a little bit more range, a little bit more damage, a little bit more combo potential, like you're seeing here. And a 60% difference now for these two. Jokab heard me talking. He heard me saying what I was saying, and he wants at least a stock here, if not more. And it's looking like he's going to get it with this percent lead. Maybe I should bite my tongue as this Villager is able to make a little something happen. But he has that key back in hand. That's going to go straight onto the Villager and straight on the Hydrant, up to 132% now. He has that bell. It's going to hit the forward smash. Is going to take a stock. Super Jokab finds another stock that he quite frankly should not. He's at 110% now. Can he make something happen here? Or is it just destined to fall apart? Is it destined to be out of his hands? Not quite sure, because there's a lot of whiffage on both sides, but he's for sure racking up this percent. It's definitely possible if he can play evasive enough, if he can play safe enough, and maybe find a nice couple of shots like that. It's going to be a lot of damage now for Super Jokab, 73%, and he's not really getting pressured back in the same way that he was by some of his previous opponents. He just has to hold on to the stock for his dear life, as this Villager is going to try desperately to make something happen. This Villager has to claim the stock before it gets out of his hand. He is tasked with defeating 3 whole KSU members, but right now it's not even looking like he can get through 1. The side B. Super Jokab is hungry for another. I can't even count how many stocks this guy has taken, but it is absolutely brilliant. And you know what? I just realized I can. I believe that's stock number 7, as Friendcat has claimed 4 and there's only 1 left. I believe that's stock 7 now for Jokab. Man, there's just something in the water here in Manhattan. KSU. He's not going to be able to finish it out, but that is a beautiful combo. The forward smash. Super Jokab takes 8 stocks. I repeat, Super Jokab takes 8 stocks to his 2. It's Scotty Macon all over again. We haven't even seen the back half of this KSU roster, and it doesn't even matter. He's on his last stock, his last hit, and he is just untouchable, undeniable, undefeatable. KSU Super Jokab is going to win Game 2 for his entire team. I don't think I'm miscounting here. I don't think I'm speaking out of line. I believe that is the entirety of the game for KSU. We're ready for an interview whenever. We're going to go ahead and see if we can get into this. We're going to take just a quick break, make sure we can pull this up for you guys so everything runs properly. We'll have an interview with the players here in just a moment. All right, we're back here with Super Joe Cab and Friend Cat. You guys were playing phenomenal today. Just give me a little bit about how this game went for you guys, or what you were thinking going into it.
I am the opener. Usually it's my job just to like scout out what happens. But I think I did really good at doing that. I was able to beat that K rule both times and have a safe lead into whatever character they were playing, so we could counter it. So
Um, Today is the best I have ever played, for sure. How many stocks did I take? Was
Eight.
it 2 on the power?
8.
Eight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I had my nerd hat on. I had my commentator hat on. Friend Cat, you got your 4 both games. And give us that lead, gave us that character advantage for games 1 and games 2. Which, like you said, gives us that safe switching, right? Gives us that safe lead off with our next character. And then in game 1, Scotty took all 8 stocks without going down. And then in game 2, Joe Cap, you took all 8 stocks without going down. We didn't even need the 3rd and 4th people. You guys were on top of it today. We didn't even see Bannon.
No.
Yeah.
Gavin didn't play once tonight. That's why he's over there playing with Scotty right now. If he wanted to get some games in.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. You guys were just on one today. And so I've talked a lot on this stream about how this is our first year, right? This is the trial run for K-State Smash. I mean, how do you think it's going so far?
well, from like a professional standpoint, this has been very hard to set up and hard to get going, but it's definitely been going very well. As far as managing all of us goes, it's a little complicated, but I think that's just going to be the same with every team, no matter what. And we've done a pretty good job of getting our matches when we can. I think we've only missed 2. One because we didn't know we were in it. That's the hard thing. And then the other one was because we just couldn't reschedule.
It was
too
spring
late.
break, and the other team had their spring break on a different week, and so it just didn't work out.
Yeah, spring break in NECC is hard. But, yeah, I mean, hey, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I can't look at this as anything but a great start, a great kickoff to kind of what you guys are doing, right? First year, we win a divisional title in, the second semester. That qualifies us to nationals. We get to nationals, and we just steamroll team 1, or round 1. And that's, obviously no disrespect to MVNU. Obviously a great team to be able to get to nationals in the first place. But, yeah, you guys were just playing absolutely amazing. So is there anyone else you'd like to shout out? Any other things you'd like to say before we go out for the night? Anything like that?
I mean, big thanks to Scotty for, even though he can't be here in person, he still plays every night, and he carries us sometimes.
We love Scotty. I want to shout out my parents because they said that I've been training my whole life up to this moment. That's mostly true. Mostly, I say, because, well, I mean, I played Pac-Man. Let's be real. Like, I'm wearing Pac-Man socks right now.
You're never
Check it
not.
out.
Can we get proof on that?
Proof. Pac-Man socks.
He is wearing Pac-Man socks. I don't know how well stream can see that, but we'll see if we can punch in post. Yeah. That is hilarious. No, I mean, I think you guys are playing amazing. Obviously, it's just super fun to watch, super fun to commentate. I think after 1 hour, I'm losing my voice. So, yeah, you guys played absolutely phenomenal. Take your time off. We'll see you at Little Apple Smash this Friday, hopefully. And get ready for next week for round 2 of national playoffs. Hopefully we'll be able to stream that one. And it is with a heavy heart that I say Marvel Rivals lost their game today. So unfortunate, but for you guys, we might be able to get you over on the main broadcast, get more of the K-State fans and they're watching you guys play. So that's all from me. I appreciate you guys wanting to do this, willing to work with me. But yeah, if you guys have anything else, I think that's the broadcast.
We appreciate you for doing all of this. You're very important to this entire scene. So thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you for working with us. And the whole like, I know it was difficult getting it set up. We found another graphic card. We
Capture
found another capture card, the one that the Union supplies, and it
Okay.
was like at a solid 15 frames per second. But we figured out that what was the problem was that one of the HDMIs wasn't working, and so we were able to get it actually functional. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, hey, I appreciate it, guys. It is so much fun watching you. We've been K-State Esports, kind of, on Inferno's channel. Thank you so much for everyone watching, and we will see you next week with even more K-State Smash.
Yep.